Yes. Hi, viewers. Initially, thank you very much for encouraging us on YouTube channel and our Instagram posts. I welcome you once again to NCK Hub Consulting and Training. To another video, we are presenting to you how we are going to install a Docker in a Ubuntu. So the concept today, which we are going to have a look, is installation of Docker in an Ubuntu that we are going to start now. So let me take here an EC2 instance from the Amazon. So if you can see, this is my Amazon web server. Inside this one, I am going to start and create a Linux. Already I had created this one. So for you people, in prior I have created, I'm going to start running the server. And inside this server, I will be deploying a Docker. So while deploying the Docker, we will take it directly from the official website of Docker documents. By following the documents, I can show you how to set up a Docker inside a Ubuntu. So this is the Linux server of Ubuntu AMI which I have taken. So you can see the instance details, all these are. So this is the AMI of Ubuntu which I have considered from the AWS EC2 instances. So I'm going to connect to this instance. So here I'm going to connect with the mode of EC2 instance connect. We have several options: session manager, SSH client, EC2 serial console. I have allowed already SSH port 22. So I am going to connect using EC2 instance connect. So let's wait for a while till it establishes the connections. After it's connected, I will start updating the Ubuntu server. Then after that one, we will do checkout to the Docker documents. Accordingly, we will do follow the setting up of a Docker. So if you can see, this is my Ubuntu server, which you can see, this is the highlighted 172.31.185.45, 145. The same server, you can see, this is the private IP address, which we have been allowed. So to this instance, I am going to connect now. So here is the instance. So here, before installing anything inside the Ubuntu, you have to allow the permissions of sudo. So here I am allowing and running everything with sudo permissions. So sudo is a super user. So this is a sudo sudo. So this sudo I am using as a super user to run and deploy anything. So as of now, I am going to install my first command from the Linux, which is sudo space apt space update I am going to do. So initially, when we launch a server, everything will be a non-updated. Everything will be a non-updated. So this activity we have to update every time by making it a fresh update, so that the server will be update with respect to the latest packages. Those packages will be in latest up to date. So hence the reason we are doing that update. So if you can see, I will just showcase you. Initially, there is no Docker here. If you can see Docker, if I can run. So you can see Ubuntu so and so version with the Docker. Nothing is there. There is no version you can see. So, but you can see sudo, if you want to install sudo snap install Docker, they are saying sudo apt install podman Docker saying sudo apt Docker IO, they are saying. So before doing all this, what I went to showcase you is we will just check out the Docker versions, anything if it is available. So you can see there is no Docker space -v also. Now I will be just clearing my screen and I will update the upgradable packages. Okay, sudo space apt space hyphen list space upgradable. So this is just a list of packages I am going to upgrade with respect to list upgrade. So just let me run once again the command sudo space apt list upgradable. Once again we will do run sudo apt update automatically. It will throw out to us if we miss any command also, it will do showcase us. So if you can see here, sudo space apt space list space hyphen hyphen upgrade. So everything has been upgraded. So you can see the update Ubuntu with the latest patches. All the updates are in line now. Now we will quickly jump into now installation of Docker or deploying a Docker inside a Ubuntu. If you can see my screen, so what I will be doing is I will be taking you people to the installation of Docker image. How you can do install Docker engine in an Ubuntu. So this is the official website of Docker. So from this, if you can see, these will be the actual set of commands or details which we have to follow. There will be different ways. So we are going to follow install using apt repository. Okay. So prior to this one, if we have any older versions or podman docker or docker doc, something is there means those docker compose, docker doc, all we have to install initially for a prerequisite. So for this one, this is the command you can see here. This is the first command which you can see. I will just copy paste it to you in a notepad plus plus so that you will get a better understanding. So this is the command which I am going to run for uninstall old packages. Okay. So here is the command. So it is saying package docker.io, docker compose v2, podman docker container do sudo. Everything will be removed. So this I am going to copy it and run inside my server. So this I am going to paste here and I am running it. So if you can see, in case of any older or old packages, those related to the Docker Compose, Podman Docker, all those will be removed. So this is just for a prerequisite. We are going to check which is provided from the Ubuntu official website. So once this is completed, as I promised, we are going to have a look at deploying the Docker. It sounds great, right? So this deployment of Docker, we are going to have a look now with apt. So using apt, we are going to deploy a Docker. So see how fast it will be completed. It's in a few steps. It is very easy to understand and everything will be cool. So to set up Docker, first what we have to do is we have to know this is the command. First we have to apt-get update you have to run. And next after that one apt-get install you have to run. So just take a look at it. To install Docker using apt repo. That means apt repository. First you have to done apt-get update. Already we have done this one, apt update. So next after that one we have to install this thing, apt sudo get install CS certificates. So these are for security related. We will be installing the CS certificates. Then we have to do curl. Next after that we have to install these key strings. Okay, these key strings which are designated as per the path /etc/apt key rings path will be there that we have to deploy it. Next after that one we have to curl download docker.com. We have to curl it. After doing the curl with sudo access, the key rings which are there designated and connected to the Docker website inside the Ubuntu, it is going to connect and finally it will be evaluated. So later after this one, it will be allowed with permission. Okay. The permission chmod we are allowing to talk to docker.asc. Next after that one, we will be adding the repository and we will be doing sudo again apt update. Okay. So this is the details in detail what we are going to run from the apt resources. So I will do copy this one or else you can do take a copy and you can do control C. And next after that one, you have to run inside your Ubuntu or a Linux server. Just paste it and execute it. So if you can see, the Docker is being reading the packages and it is building now. It is already the newest version is there with respect to the CA. Curl is already up to date with the latest version. So that means almost everything is ready. Curl is set to ready, manually installed. So it is saying that means already we have updated it. Everything is ready to set up. So it sounds cool and great, right? Initially only we did all the setup. Now everything is up to date. So nothing much required to handle. So now after installation, if we have to check our specific version to deploy the latest packages, next step what we have to do is sudo apt install to check the version with the latest version. So before running this command, if you want to check and cross verify once, docker space -v, so you can see still it's not been up and running. That means it's not been installed completely. There is another step pending. So we have to install and deploy this using this command. Now what I am going to do is I am going to run this one. Sudo apt get install docker ce, and I will be running this plugin. So now if you can see, it is saying me building dependency tree done, docker ce rootless, 0 upgraded, 10 newly installed. Okay. And it is asking me, do you want to continue and set up go with this process? Yes, I want this. Hence the reason we are doing this episode as well related to the deployment of Docker. Okay, now if you can see, it is getting the data from US East 1 and it is downloading into the Ubuntu and download Docker packages of Ubuntu. It is gathering Ubuntu 24 and it is preparing to deploy everything related to the Ubuntu. Okay, now you can see Docker CE is up and running slowly in few minutes. It is setting up few triggers as of now. All right, it sounds great, right? So now you can see it has scanned the Linux packages. Now if we can try Docker space -v, you can see clearly Docker has been installed and the version you can see 27. Previously when we tried, it has shown to us Docker is not installed. Sudo apt get install like that it said. But now from the official documentation of Docker, we have clearly made deploy the Docker in a Ubuntu. Now we will just give a try to create a Docker image. So now if you can do check out Docker space ps, I will do run. So any Docker images or anything is there? See, permission denied. Let me run this one with Docker space sudo space docker space ps. Nothing is there. So now I will do run once again and upload command docker space ps space -a. So you can see the same thing. Container ID image, all these are as usual and normal. And now we are going to create a sample text file with hello world that we are going to have it. After installation of latest version, now we are going to install docker run hello world. We are going to just do, okay. Sudo space docker space run space hello hyphen world, or else you can do run sample test docker, like this you can do run. Now if you can do run like this, you can see that is thrown with an access denied with full permission with the sample test docker. Locally it was not available. Why? Because it was not there with the repository that does not exist, which is a test one I had given. So here you can do observe, if when we are following the documentation, it has to be clear and proper. In the documentation of their repository, it was mentioned we have to follow their apt repository which they had given. So after the deployment, you have to run this one and you have to add it and paste it. So now if you can do run with their repository, it is going to work now. So now if you can do run, it is displaying hello from Docker. So that means Docker has been created a new image with hello world latest tag. Okay. So this is the hello from Docker, and this is the hello world. Now if you can do run sudo space docker space ps, docker space ps, it will show the container. So now prior to this, already we have executed ps space -a. That I will do an upload command. Next I will do enter it. So now you can see there is an image was created, which is hello-world from the repository of Docker. It is clearly displaying a container ID has been created. Wow, that's great, right? We have created a Docker image with a hello world. Right. So this is about a Docker, how to deploy inside a Ubuntu and how to create a Docker image with a container ID. So that's it for today, guys. And before closing the session, I will just update and convey you what is a Docker. Docker, it is a lightweight container where we can easily deploy, move, develop our applications, and easily we can do ship in two different environments. These shipping and movement of the lightweight tasks will happen in different containers, which are completely lightweight. So these containers are easily help to move from one environment to another environment, and we can do easily make it to work in multiple environments, which has an already available dependencies, libraries, all will be there inside a container. So this is about a Docker and how to create or a deploy container inside a Ubuntu. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you once again to all of you for watching the session of deployment of a Docker in an Ubuntu. Let's close the session here, and I request you to please encourage like this, and we will do keep on updating and creating new videos into our YouTube channel. And also please follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Please remember NCK Hub in YouTube channel. Kindly please remember it. Our YouTube channel is NCK Hub and our Instagram is NCK_Hub. So that's it and signing off. Thank you everyone. Bye. Have a nice day to you all.